What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph! I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, we got, and I don't know if this is Pearl Jam, this may just be Eddie Vedder, that's all it says is Eddie Vedder. We have a video here from Eddie Vedder entitled Wildflowers. This is a Tom Petty tribute, apparently, at the Ohana Festival, September 29th, 2018. Now, this is coming as a request from C. Summers. So, C. Summers, thank you very much for the recommendation. I appreciate it. I know absolutely nothing about this. I know I've done a reaction to something else from the Ohana Festival. However, that Ohana Festival was during this whole pandemic, so you know, we didn't actually have a festival. It was all done in-house. So we had, I believe it was Jack Johnson and Eddie Vedder in their homes, two separate homes over a video conference call. It was still pretty good nonetheless, but this is back in 2018, so I'm expecting this is an actual festival, like an actual stage, actual crowd, actual everything. So I'm hoping that's the case. I know absolutely nothing about this song. I'm not the biggest Tom Petty fan, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I respect the man, I respect everything he did for the music community as a whole. Was I a fan of his? No, I wasn't. There were a couple songs that I kind of dug, but I would never consider myself a fan of his. But I have all the respect in the world for him, so. Anyway, we're going to get to this. I have no idea what this is going to be. Like I said, this may be Eddie. It says Eddie Vedder, so that leads me to believe it's just him. It's not actually Pearl Jam. So this is going to be a little different. But we're going to get into it nonetheless. We're going to watch it. We're going to find out what it's all about. This was originally posted by Mano1971 Music. And this video has 82,705 views. Very good number. Really good number. Yeah, I would even go as far to say it'll get you there. Yeah, it'll get you there. All right, nothing more to say. Let's just get into this. What do you say? Let's do this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Eddie Vedder, Wildflowers, Tom Petty tribute. Mike, I'm guessing. There's a very good chance I'm wrong here, folks. I'm guessing Wildflowers is a Tom Petty song, and Eddie Vedder's paying tribute to him. So I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Or if I'm right, let me know either way if I'm right or not. I'm guessing it is. But like I said, I could be wrong. All right, let's get into this. What do you say? Let's start up here.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Most important guitars for me because a great friend to me, and also his music was a good friend to everyone, and that was Mr. Tom Petty. He gave me this great guitar of his, and I was going to play it tonight, and you know, last year when we were doing this, and as soon as we started working on the one for this year, the person I wanted to ask most was Tom and the Heartbreakers to come play this great vibe that you bring here, and so I'm not giving up on that dream, and I'd still like to play some Tom songs for you. I think that's a great idea. Not only did my friend give me this great guitar, but he also gave me some other great friends, which I still cherish and always will. And one of them is here tonight from the Heartbreakers, Mr. Scott Thurston. Please join me to play a couple. We're just kind of going with it. We didn't really practice practice the sound. You want to check your sound?
Pause right there real quick. Oh, wow. I'm not hearing anything displeasing. Everything sounds good. Am I blown away by this? No, but everything sounds good. It's like, I can't really find anything in particular to point out that I don't like. Other than the sound quality, but that has absolutely nothing to do with Eddie or the guy playing the keyboard. That has nothing to do with them. That has everything to do with the technology that whoever used their phone. This is a phone recording, obviously, and it wasn't very well done. So that has nothing to do with the performance. That has everything to do with the sound quality of the recording device. Normally, when it comes to harmonies, I like to hear a good blend. I like to hear a good, even blend when it comes to harmonies. They did something different, and I liked what they did. They weren't equal in the volume on their harmonies. Eddie's vocals were clearly more in front. And the other guy doing the vocals, I didn't catch his name. I'm going to have to come back and catch his name later. His vocals were pulled back in the mix. I think that was intentionally done, and it's brilliantly done. Because it's like, I don't want to say it's... Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. It sounds like an afterthought. And that's a good thing. Let me explain why. Because it doesn't, it's so hard to explain this. The vocals aren't even. It's like you have this guy in front doing all the singing, and then it's almost like you have this guy behind him. Like looking over the rock going, "Hi, I'm over here." It's kind of like that. It's cute. And it works really well with this vocal line. It works really well with this song. It's not so much like, an afterthought, like, I forgot you were there. It's not like that. It's more like he's in the back. He's taking care of the rear. You know what I mean? He's covering the rear. So you have Eddie's vocals out front. You have this other guy back here who's kind of like, hi, I'm back here. My vocals are here. And it works for this song. Would this type of approach of vocals work in every song? No. Never in a million years. But in this setting, this song, it works like a charm. And it's awesome. I really dug that. I'm also, really quick, I want to talk about this setup. I'm going to say this. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I mean this with all the respect in the world because I actually admire it. You talk about campy. This is a campy setup. You got the reel-to-reel machine over here. You got this open suitcase. You got these light bulbs everywhere. It's campy as hell, but it works. It does work. It's the type of campiness that it doesn't feel silly. It feels homely. It feels like there's a certain level of comfort there, and it works. It works. Is it campy? Yes. And I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me on that. The setup looks campy, but there's a certain level of it brings a certain level of comfort. So I dig it. I absolutely dig it. Let's keep going. That wasn't the end of the song, was it? We still got 5 minutes left.
I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I can see everything tonight.
2 songs?
I got a room where everyone can have a drink and forget those things that went wrong in their life. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight, and I ain't coming down. No, I ain't coming down. I got someone who loves me tonight, and I got $100 in the bank, and I'm alright. Look deep in the eyes of love. Look deep in the eyes of love and find
Ooh, those harmonies.
what you've been looking for.
Wow.
I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight, and I ain't coming down.
Yeah. That's a good way to end it right there. Wow. That was actually really good. I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I was going to. Well, there you go, folks. That was Eddie Vedder performing the tune Wildflowers, and I'm almost positive there was a second song there, but I have no idea what it was. It was a Tom Petty tribute at the Ohana Festival from September 29, 2018. Thoughts? This is one of those performances where I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to be perfectly honest with you. You know how I feel about acoustic settings. There is definitely an audience for it. There's definitely a lot of people who appreciate acoustic settings. I normally don't. I'm normally not a guy that would ever say, oh yeah, I want to go to an acoustic show. No, that's just not my style. I will say that what I did see and what I did hear was not displeasing. It was actually really good. I would say the guitar was really nicely done. I like the mix. I like the blend between the guitar and the organ. I want to talk about that organ's tone, by the way. Really nice tone selection on the organ. He could have gone for any type of tone he wanted. Obviously, he went for more of a classic organ tone, which fit both songs really well. I like the fact that Eddie was playing a 12-string. I love 12-string guitars. It just makes it sound fuller. Obviously, twice as many strings. But there's just something about a 12-string I like when it comes to an acoustic setting. I almost feel like when you have an acoustic setting and you're not using a 12-string somewhere in the show, you're kind of cheating the audience. That's just me. That's just my personal feeling on that. I like 12 strings. I love the stage setup. I love the backdrop. I love the background. I love all the little props and all the little touches and feels on the stage. Like I said, it was campy as hell, but it gave it a homey feeling, a homely feeling. It made you feel like you were at home. It made you feel very comfortable, relaxed, and at ease. And I think that's what they were going for. And guys, mission accomplished. Good job. As far as the songs go, I don't know. I've never heard those songs before. I don't know if they were accurate or not. I don't know how accurate they were and how true they were to the studio recordings. I can only guess, knowing Eddie Vedder's professionalism when it comes to paying tribute to other artists. He puts a lot of effort into it. He really does. I would say that was... I can say with almost... I wouldn't say 100% in certainty, but I would say with about 90% certainty, they did the songs justice. Especially considering the fact that, he had one of Tom Petty's guys up there doing it with him. Those vocal harmonies were really well done. I love the mix. And on the second tune especially, that keyboard player, boy, his harmonies really came out. I really dug it on the second. The first one was good. I liked the second harmonies better. So, yeah, that's just me. I don't really have any complaints about this, to be honest with you. I'm looking for faults here, and I really can't find any, other than the fact that it's an acoustic setting. But I have a feeling that's the way it's supposed to be. I have a feeling that festival is that everything I've seen from this festival. It strikes me as this is the way it's supposed to be: small, intimate acoustic setting. So again, mission accomplished. Is it my cup of tea? No. Would I ever watch this again? Doubtful. I might, but doubtful. I'm just being honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this about a 7. I'm gonna give this a 7.7. 7.7. I feel good with that score. Let me tell you why. So first of all, I need to preface with the fact that, remember folks, if you haven't watched my video on my scoring system explored, before you jump on me, before you try to crucify me, please go and watch that scoring video and my scoring system explained, okay? 7.7 is a very good score, okay? It's almost an 8, which means it's almost great. So 7.7 is not a bad score. So before you jump on me and before you decide to try and crucify me, you know, understand that a 7.7 is a very high, very good score. 7.0 is very good, okay? 7.0 is very good. This is 0.7 higher. So it's very, 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 very good, okay? Is it my cup of tea? No, it's not. Having said that, it was very well done. The blend in the voices, I loved. The instrumentation, while simple, was very effective. I loved the tone on that organ. The fact that A was playing a 12-string definitely helped the score quite a bit. I loved the set. I loved the feel, the intimacy. Like I said, I don't normally like acoustic settings, but that setting with all the props and like the reel-to-reel and the light bulbs and the guitars everywhere, that open suitcase, the lighting, it just made it feel very comfortable. And that was a good feeling. The only complaint I really have, and this isn't even the performer's fault, this isn't their fault in any way, shape, or form. That's why I'm not putting this into the score, okay? I'm not adding this into my estimation for my scoring. Whoever was doing the videography was doing a terrible job. I'm sorry. I mean, they kept going from back and forth to the screen to the stage to the screen to the stage. Whoever was doing the videography, you were doing a great job keeping the camera on the stage. It seemed like every time you went to the screen, it was like you're cheating the audience of everything that's going on the stage. Don't videotape the screens. Videotape the stage. But again, I'm not putting this into account on the score. That had nothing to do with the performance. That had nothing to do with the performers. That had nothing to do with the music. That had to do with the freaking cameraman. So that's not being taken into equation here. No, 7.7, I feel really good with that. I feel like that's a very good score for a very good performance. So yeah, 7.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I will